Hey guys, how's it going? It's Arit here. Welcome to the Arit Music channel. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to make a cover music video. And I'm going to specifically share what has worked for me from my experience during low budget times, meaning zero money at all the way up to when I was able to spend quite a bit of money, so high budget areas. So I'm going to give you a bunch of different options. And my intention for you, what I want you to get out of this video is that by the end of it, you'll know exactly what equipment you need and the exact steps you need to take in order to get this music video completed. I found that a lot of the videos on YouTube right now that talk about how to make a cover music video either don't really touch upon all aspects. So they'll talk about one little piece of doing a music video and you'll have to go search for other things. Or if they do touch upon the process, it's a very general overview and doesn't really give you the details. So I want you to get that out of this video. Step one, the first step of doing a cover music video is you have to choose your song. So a cover video is basically you're going to be singing someone else's song. So there is a bit of research involved in, figuring out what song you want to sing. Maybe you already know it right offhand, but if you're getting into the habit of consistently releasing cover videos, which you should be if you want other people to hear your music and come to your channel and find you. I did a separate video on that. I'll put a link down in the description below where I talk about the importance of creating cover videos. But if you are getting into the habit of creating more of these, then you need to consistently find what songs you want to cover. And the way that I do this, I have a couple of methods. Basically, I get my inspiration from a number of different sources. So one of them is I actually invested in Sirius XM radio to have that in my car. I drive a lot all over the place, so I'm always listening to music, and I prefer satellite radio over regular radio just because I'm able to pick up on a broader region of music and new music that comes out right away, as opposed to just local radio, which is only going to share music with you from one specific region. So satellite has everything, a whole mix of stuff that I'm able to listen to and know what's out right now, what's popular. So I get a lot of my ideas from there. Whenever I'm in the car and I'm like, this would be a good song, I want to cover this song, I'll just quickly put it in the notepad of my phone and come back to that. So I'll have like an ongoing list of songs that I'm able to cover. The second thing that I do as well is I'll go online on Google and I'll search Billboard top songs or top 100 on the Billboard charts, and I'll go specifically to the Billboard charts and see what is popular right now. I'm a pop music artist, so I like to cover songs that are generally in the pop genre, and that generally works to my advantage as well because that means a lot of people are searching for that song right now. A lot of people are listening to it. So I'll generally see what is in the top 100, what songs also suit my voice, and I can also see what songs on the charts are rising, meaning what songs aren't really popular right now, but they're rising and they're getting more popular. So this is what it looks like when I'm searching for a song online, when I'm trying to figure out what song to do. Even if I do hear a song in the car or on the radio, I'll always come online to Google and I'm going to check the Billboard charts to kind of see where the song is, if it's popular. That's sort of my strategy that I use to determine whether or not this cover music video is worth putting all of this effort into. And because if it is a very popular song, then that means it's going to attract people to my channel. So I'm on Google right now and I'm going to type in Billboard charts. And I'm going to check this one out right here, Billboard Hot 100 chart. Now, I believe the Billboard charts are what's hot in North America or maybe just the US. I'm not entirely sure. I'm in Canada, so this is still relevant. Whatever's playing in the US plays over here at about the same time. If you have a chart that you know that in your country that is really popular, people always go to see what's hot right now, then you can go ahead and do that. Or, it doesn't even matter. If you're releasing your music video online, the whole world is going to hear it. So if whatever chart you look at, if you just look at the Hot 100 or the top songs, you'll be able to get an idea of what songs you can do that are popular right now. So see here, Havana is number 5 this week. Last week it was 4. And you can kind of see the arrows on the side here indicate whether or not that song is going down in the charts or whether it's increased in the charts. So that also gives you an idea too of whether something has been up here for a very long time. Like it says last week, this song Perfect by Ed Sheeran was number 2 and now it's number 3. So, and it's been on the charts for 27 weeks. So that kind of tells you it's been there for a while. Maybe it's going to be heading downwards. So you can kind of gauge that way whether something is, it's kind of reached its popularity peak already and it's kind of going down. Because for me, I like to choose songs that are either already popular or they're going to be popular. So that's kind of the strategy I use. So I'll come here, scroll through a bunch of things, you know, and I'll look them up if I'm interested. Like if I'm interested in hearing what the song is and I don't know it yet, I'll open another tab, go to YouTube, and I'll play that song to see if it's something I like. So this is my process for choosing a song. So let's take a look at some more examples on the charts here right now. So right here is another song by Camila. It's called Never Be the Same. It says it's been on the charts for 11 weeks, so fairly, you know, hasn't been on for that long in comparison to some of the other songs we looked at. Last week it was 28. This week it's 24. It's jumped up 4. So maybe it's becoming even more popular. The trend is that it's going upwards. That might be a good song to do. Let's see, I'm scrolling down here more. This Say Something, that was, like I said, this was something that I found on the charts here. This was much lower down on the charts. This is top 100, right? I think this was like 50 or something like that. And I found it on here. And I saw it was brand new to the charts. It just entered. So I looked it up because I'm a fan of Justin Timberlake. I've never heard of that song before. So I looked it up. I went to YouTube, searched it, listened to the song, loved it, and it kind of fit everything that I wanted to do. So that's why I ended up doing this. And you can see here that it's only been on the charts for 5 weeks and it's moving upwards here. That's kind of the trend that is happening right now. So use this as a tool to decide what cover songs to do. There's so many songs to do, right? This is kind of a more strategic way of deciding what will be good in terms of more visibility and more exposure. But obviously don't just do a song just because it's popular. Make sure it's something that suits your voice, that you absolutely love to sing, because that's going to come across in the video. So those are a couple sources I use to choose my song. That's step 1. After you choose your song, let's go on to step number 2. Step number 2 is to find the instrumental or the backing track for your song. Now, if you're a vocalist, I'm specifically talking to you vocalists, you'll be needing to find an instrumental song, so meaning the backing track for your singing voice to go on top of. If you are a musician, you know, you want to do like covers for like, you know, drum covers or guitar, anything like that. This step is going to be a little bit different for you. So how do I find an instrumental for my song? Well, I'll go on YouTube and I'll type the name of the song and the artist and then add the word instrumental at the end. So I'll type in, like when I did my cover for Say Something, I typed in Say Something by Justin Timberlake instrumental. And then I basically went through all of the instrumentals to see what's online right now. And I tend to choose instrumentals that don't really sound like the original. So you can decide what you want to work with. But I was looking specifically for something that sounded a little bit different. So you got to go through all of those search results to hear what instrumental do you like best. And then once you've found something, go down to the description and make sure that you are able to use it and download it. So if they have a download link that says download this instrumental here, that's a good sign. You can use that. If they specifically say that you can use it, but just credit the artist, then you can do that as well. Sometimes if there's no information at all in the description, then I'll just scroll down to the comments to see if other people have asked whether it's okay to use the instrumental or not, and see if that person replied. So you got to make sure that it is an instrumental that you can use. Because if you go ahead and just download something that is not yours and you put it on your channel, you might risk getting a copyright strike on your channel. There are a ton of different YouTube channels out there that consistently create instrumentals for songs that you hear on the radio, even for old songs, for songs of all types of genres. So follow those channels, subscribe to them, so that those can be sources for you as well for what songs to do covers on in the future. When I was planning on doing the cover music video for Say Something by Justin Timberlake, I actually was looking through a bunch of different videos and I found an instrumental that I really liked, and I had to purchase it. So it was by a producer, and he creates all these types of instrumentals. He makes it his own, and I really loved it. And in the description, he put a link to purchase the song, and that way you're able to use it. So you might find that as well. You might find that you need to purchase a song. I paid like $3 for it, so that's no problem, you know, to invest in a song, the instrumental that you really like. Another advantage to purchasing a song is that it kind of weeds out other people from using that same instrumental. So meaning less people will go and purchase the instrumental to use in their videos. So it makes it more rare and more unique to your music video. So going with the example of Say Something, because I've already done that cover music video, so I can show you exactly what my process was. Going with this example, I'm on the Billboard charts, just like where I found it the very first time I stumbled upon this song. And to find the instrumental, what I do is I'm going to go to YouTube, and then I'm going to type in Say Something Justin Timberlake instrumental. So there are a lot that comes up. There's all these different instrumentals. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just going to go down the list, kind of mute that out and skip the ad. I'm going to go down the list and listen to each one of them to see whether I like it. Okay, so this is like acoustic-y with a little bit of like the chimes and stuff. Not really my flavor. Okay, move on to the next one. I'm going to go down the list here and listen to it. So I do that with each one of them. And once I found one I like, it was actually this one right here, the fourth down the list. I'll let you guys listen to it. So this is actually I Am Legend. He is a producer. He creates a lot of different instrumentals on his channel. Awesome work. And he, in this video, shows a breakdown. So he shows himself creating it. But throughout the video, you can hear the instrumental. So it's a bit different. You can't hear it from start to finish. But as soon as I heard it, I really liked it. And so once you found something you like, just go down to the description, show more, read the description, see what it says about using the song. And that's very important. If you found an instrumental that you like and you can't find any information at all about whether or not you can use it, stay away. That's just my advice. Just don't use it just in case, because you don't want to risk getting a strike on your channel. So looking at his description here, and even seeing from the video as well, you can kind of tell that it's an original remake. He made this from scratch. So that's kind of a good sign, in my opinion, that he's not just kind of taking the background actual instrumental from the official song, because I don't want to have it copied exactly. So that's a good sign. And there's a link here to download. So if I'm able to download it, then that tells me I'm able to use it in my own projects. So let's take a look at just another video just to see what it says in the description, because I really want to make sure you guys understand it's important to look. It's important to look in the description to see if you can use it. So here, very minimal description, and the comments are disabled for this video, so I'm not going to end up using this instrumental at all, whether I like it or not, because there's just no information there for me to decide whether or not I'm allowed to use it. Let's just take a look at one more. Let's see, this one here at the top that we originally heard. So, show more. So it doesn't say anything in the description about whether or not I could use it. So I scroll down to the comments to check it out. There is someone asking if they can use it for a cover, and so I want to see their reply. They said, yes, of course you can. So this person said, can I use it for the cover? I'll give you credits. And this channel, Karaoke All Keys, said, of course you can. So great, I have permission to use it. I can go ahead and use it and then just give them the credit. So that's step 2, finding the instrumental. Step number 3, okay, you got your song, you got your instrumental, now it's time to record your voice over top of the song. So you can do this in a number of ways, depending on your budget. If this is completely DIY, you want to know how to do it yourself, low budget, then you will need to get a mic and an audio recording program. So that can be something as simple as Audacity, which is what I use. It's like the lowest of the low. It's a really simple recording program, which allows me to import the instrumental into the program, let it play the instrumental, and then I'll just record my voice on top of it. So you can use Audacity. There's also programs like GarageBand. There's a bunch of different ones. And use whatever you have access to and whatever you can get. So like I said, I use Audacity because I'm really not interested in the production side of things and getting really good at that. I really want to just focus on vocals and singing and performing. So this program is something that allows me to just quickly record something over top and then use it in my cover music video. So you need the audio recording software. You also need a microphone, and I'll show you a couple mics that I use. This is the Blue Yeti microphone. It's kind of like a trophy. This microphone here is a USB mic, so it connects directly. You have a cord that connects the microphone directly to your laptop, which is nice because that way, like I said, when you have your audio recording software up, you can let the instrumental play and it will record the vocals coming into the Yeti and put it straight into Audacity or whatever audio recording program you're using. So that's the USB mic, the Blue Yeti. And by the way, any of the programs or equipment that I'm talking about in this video, I'm going to put all of the links down in the description below so you can check those out, look at the details, look at the pricing, and make sure it's something within your budget. Another microphone that I sometimes use is the one that you're seeing me holding right now. This is the Saramonic microphone. It's a microphone that really condenses all of the sound. It's a very focused microphone. The Blue Yeti is something that picks up a little bit more background noise if you want a little bit more of a roomier or echoey sound to it. This is more condensed. So it really depends on your preferences and the sound that you're going for, and also on your budget too. This microphone is a bit more budget than the Blue Yeti microphone. And again, I'll put all the links down in the description below to the equipment that I use so you can check them out. So that's the DIY version, the low budget version of you recording your song at home. If we look at the entire other side of the spectrum, so you have the budget to spend, I highly recommend just going with a producer, someone who already knows what they're doing, who has a studio or even like a home recording studio where you can come in, record, give him the instrumental, give him or her the instrumental, and record the song, and they'll do all of the mixing, mastering, and spit out a great sounding and polished track for you. So that can cost anywhere from, it really depends, $150 all the way up to $700, depending on the producer, their skill level, and what you're going after. Now, if you want something in between, so in between doing it completely on your own and spending all of this money having the producer do most of the work. You can record your vocals at home and then have a producer send your track, your raw track, to a producer online and have them mix and master the song. So I've done all of these options. I've worked with a producer to completely record my cover from start to finish. I've recorded cover songs at home doing the method that I'm showing you with my mics and Audacity. But I've also recorded my vocals, and after recording them on this track, I decided I want it to sound more polished. It needs to sound, like a mastered track. I want a little bit more reverb on it, and I don't know how to do that myself. I don't know how to edit the track to give it that sound that I'm looking for. So I'm going to send it off to a producer on Fiverr. Fiverr is a site that allows you to hire freelancers to do a bunch of different services for you. So on that site, there are producers who are ranging from all different skill levels. There are some really good ones on there, and you can send them your track. They'll ask you to send your raw vocals, and they'll basically polish it up for you. They'll do the mastering, sometimes the mixing as well, if that's what you want them to do. And that can cost anywhere from, honestly, $5 to $50, 75, something like that. So you're spending less money, but you're still having that output of a good song. And this site has some great producers on there. There's even like a Grammy nominated producer on there. So don't think that it's something that's like, you're paying a certain amount of money, but they're not going to give you a good track. You really need to do the research on that site to find the right producer. And once you do, then you can continue to use them for all of your songs. And they help take that time off of your hands and give you a good polished track to use in your cover music video. So step 3, recording the song. This is what I did for recording the cover for Say Something. So I already had Audacity, but if you don't have an Audacity and you want to try that out, go ahead and just type in Audacity into Google, Audacity download, and it's absolutely free. You can download it for free and use it. So this is kind of what the icon looks like, and I'm going to open that up. You can see here, actually, I have a bunch of different projects open already, so I'm just going to open it up. This is what it looks like when you've opened up a brand new window in Audacity. And I've downloaded the instrumental from the previous step of Say Something, the song that we're talking about here. So I need to import that instrumental. So I'm going to go to File, Import Audio, and then just find the song on my computer. So I already know it's right here. Double click, it's going to load into the software, and boom. Right, so this is just the background music, no vocals. What we need to now do is record vocals over top of this. All right, so this is what I did. After importing the instrumental, I'm ready to record my vocals. What I've done is I've used the Blue Yeti microphone that I showed you, plugged it in to my laptop, and then once I've done that, I've gone right here in this little microphone icon and made sure that it's selected to Yeti, because I want the recording to come in from the Yeti microphone. And then I'm just going to, when I hit this record button and I start singing, it's going to record a new track over top of this one. So just to show you, I'm going to hit record here. So let's pretend me singing over top of the instrumental right now. As you can see, I'm talking. It's recording exactly what I'm talking, right? So let's just pretend I'll hit stop. So once you've stopped singing, you've gone through that process over top of the instrumental, you can hit stop and it'll have the track, your vocal track completed here. Now, you can decide what you want to do. Every song's going to be different, right? You can decide what works best for you. Are you going to hit record, sing the whole song the whole way through over top of the instrumental? Or do you want to do it in pieces? Like, let's pretend this was the verse. I can come here, label it verse 1, click OK. And then now I can come in, I can put the arrow to start playing the instrumental from there. I'll want to mute this vocal track, and now I can record the chorus, right? So I'm going to hit record again. So it's going to play that background song, and now I can come back into that time in the song and start singing the chorus right here. So once I've done singing the chorus, I can stop, come here, rename it to chorus, right? So you can decide what you feel is best, what works best for you. Everyone's different. At the end of the day, you're going to have your vocals, your vocal track, whether that's one or a few, right here, and you're going to have your instrumental right here. Now, like I said, I'm not really into, and I don't have the expertise to know how to edit my vocals and how to master it and how to make it sound polished. So I typically work with a producer. Like after recording this, I'll send it off to one of my producers that I've met on Fiverr, and they'll master it. Or I'll just work with a producer for the entire process. You can play around with this yourself. Like if you are interested in learning this, there are lots of tutorials on YouTube about how to mix and master in Audacity. So watch those, get to know how to use the effects to get a sound that you really like, and play around with it. And once you're happy with it, I mean, you could just be an amazing, talented singer and sound absolutely amazing with your vocals over top of the instrumental, and boom, you love the way it sounds. Okay, let's go. No editing needed, right? It's totally up to you. So once you get to a stage of, I'm happy with this mix, then go ahead over to File, and then you're going to export the audio. So what it's going to do is it's going to together export the instrumental along with your vocals to come up with a cover sung by you of this song. So that's what I did for Say Something. I basically renamed it Say Something Arit Cover, like you see here, and I saved it as an MP3. I hit save, and then you can see the file is already here on my computer from before. So now that we're done recording the song, we have an MP3 ready to go. Now it's time to come up with our video idea. Step number 4 is to come up with your video idea. So this will entirely depend upon your vision, your budget, your style. You can have something super simple from just being in front of camera singing the song to a really creative idea with some more effects and, you know, taking it an entirely different direction. The key here is creativity. So if you're in a low budget, if you're on the low budget end, you can still create a really cool video, and it all comes down to creativity, right? So where do you start when it comes to coming up with the video idea? Well, for me, I typically always start with the song. You know, now that I have this finished song that I've done in step 3, I can listen to it. I can really start to envision what is going on. Like sometimes when I listen to a song, I have a movie playing in my head, and I have a certain vision. I have certain things that I'm seeing, certain things that I'm feeling, and I want that to come across in the video. So I'll start to, you know, brainstorm different ideas. I actually am quite lucky that I have someone to work with who takes care of the video side of things for me. Jewel, you might have seen her on this channel teaching some other things here. She is a whiz at video creation. So when I am done the song, she usually listens to it. I give her some input, like maybe some sort of vision that I already have, or some things that I'm thinking about, and she'll take that and run with it and get back to me on what we can do with the video within my budget. If you don't have that other person like I do that to help you out with the video side of things, that's totally fine. You can do this on your own. So coming up with the idea, what I find was helpful is to anchor yourself in an area that has a certain limit. So meaning if you're limited in money, or if you're limited in location where you can film it, think about your resources and what you have, and that will that will let you know naturally what you have to work with. So if you have only one or two places, locations that you can film in, maybe it's your own living room, your own house, a couple of rooms here, or someone else's house, or outside, then think about each of those locations and what you can do with a video in each of those locations. So that is someone who, you don't have any money really to spend on video. If you do have some money, then you can maybe think about investing in a certain piece of equipment that will help you take your video into a certain level. For example, purchasing a green screen. Green screens aren't really expensive. You can buy them online between $60 and $80. You can also think about purchasing maybe some cool lights. That's what I did. I found these cool sort of laser rotating lights that I thought would be really cool to put behind this screen actually that you're seeing here. And we could do a cool video like that. So you can also think about purchasing a piece of equipment that will give your video something a little bit extra if you want something a little bit more than just standing in front of a camera and singing. Some examples of cover music videos that I've done with little to no budget at all have been the Havana cover music video. It was basically me standing in front of a green screen, which was set up in my kitchen, and Jewel just basically filmed me performing in front of this green screen, and later on she put all these really cool shapes and funky things around. She filmed it with the iPhone as well, so that was very little money invested. Maybe the green screen, we already had the green screen before, but that was basically it. Another one was the Say Something cover. So I found a really cool place out here next to where I live. It had gorgeous scenery with the water and the city behind it, and that whole kind of view really had that authentic atmosphere that I wanted to come out in the song, in the video. So we just went out there and just filmed me walking in front of that scenery and singing something really simple. And what made that video really cool was in the post-production. So after we filmed it, Jewel did this cool scribble drawing effect on the video. So that is what made it unique. That is what gave it that extra something instead of me just singing in front of the camera. So you really don't have to spend very much. You can spend zero money and come out with a really cool video. On the entire other end of the spectrum, if you have the money to spend, if you're on the high budget end, then you can pay a team, a music video production team who already know what they're doing. They'll come in, create the storyboard, listen to your ideas. They'll film the video, they'll edit it for you, and you'll have an amazing cover music video to release. So I did that it wasn't a cover video. It was for an original song called Precious Moments. And I had a team come in, we exchanged some ideas. They came up with the idea of having some scenes of me singing in the car or on a rooftop as well. So we did a bunch of those things. They brought all of the equipment. They took care of what people needed to come to help with the production of the music video, and that was released. So obviously having a professional team come in will cost more, so you'll definitely have to invest a lot more, but you'll have an amazing professional and polished music video to release. But you can see here that I've done all of this. I've done, the zero budget videos. I've done some budget videos. I've done the professional budget videos. You can switch it up. You can find something that works for you within your budget. Maybe right now you're in the zero budget area, but later on, you can move into a higher budget area. Work with what you have and what you have access to right now, but whatever you don't have, don't let it stop you from getting started. So continuing with the Say Something cover music video that I did, as you can see, it's on my screen right now. I'm going to talk about how I came up with the idea for this video. It was very simple. I just listened to the song, and that's usually where I start. I'll listen to the song and I'll kind of get a feel for where it takes me. And the song itself is just so raw, real, authentic, natural. It's nostalgic a little bit. It's just very laid back and calming and cool, And when I listened to the song, and also when Jewel listened to the song too, we both had the same sort of vision. we envisioned someone just walking and singing to the song. So that is literally where the idea for this video was born. We envisioned walking, so we wanted to do it outdoors because, walking indoors, I also didn't want to film inside my house because I had already filmed a bunch of different other music videos recently. So we wanted to take it outdoors, that way we'll have more room as well to walk. And we said, okay, it'd be cool if something nice was in the background. So we started thinking about different scenic areas around us that we could film in. So that is where the idea was born. We chose a spot that had gorgeous scenery, water, the city in the background, which kind of goes with the feel again with the song. And I had the Say Something song on my phone. I put it in my back pocket, hit play, and then I just started singing and walking while Jewel was filming me. So it was a very simple idea that came to us. And in fact, if you've watched the final cover video that I did on Say Something, it has a bit of an extra element to it, right? It has the crazy drawing effects. I'll show you a little bit here. I'll play this video. So did you see that those little sketches and drawings? There it is again. So we didn't have that idea to do all of those little sketches and drawings till after, in post-production, after we filmed it. This video itself was we were just planning on going out there and Jewel filming me walking and singing. So you might find that happening. You might find that, your filming is very simple, but then maybe you do something really cool later in post-production in the editing. I'll put a link down to this video if you haven't watched it yet in the description so you can check it out, watch the whole video. Basically, once we had that idea of walking, we decided to do it outdoors at a certain location. We picked a date and moved on to step number 5, filming the video. Step number 5. So now that you have your idea for your cover video, it is now time to film it. So step 5 is to film your cover video. Now, what equipment do you need? If you're on the low budget end, using your phone is all you need. Nowadays, the cameras on our smartphones are of great quality. This is an iPhone 8 Plus, and we actually filmed the entire cover music video for Havana with my phone. So sometimes that's all you need. Now, if your phone is all you have right now, great. Use your phone to film your video. If you want to work towards investing in something a little bit more higher quality, what you're seeing right now, what we're filming on, is the Nikon D5500 DSLR camera. Now, that is a bunch of numbers and letters, but basically this is a medium range camera, has great quality footage. It's not on the very high end, but it's not on the very low end. So it's something in between that you can invest in. Just a reminder, I'll put the links down to all of this equipment in the description below so you can check it out. So sometimes when I film cover videos outside, we'll take the Nikon and film with that. Other times, for really simple videos, I'll just use my webcam. I'll prop this up on top of my laptop and just film myself singing it. This is what I did for the Adele cover that I did on my channel here. This is the Logitech C930E HD webcam. So this films, quite wide, and the quality of the video is HD. It's really good. If you are using a webcam to film your cover music video, just make sure you have lots of lighting, because if you don't, you might get a little bit of a grainy effect when you are filming the video with your webcam. Lighting is important in general when you are filming anything with any device, but for webcam, it becomes especially more significant because you could get that grainy effect. That's another piece of equipment you can invest on if you want, is having some lighting. So right now I have 2 umbrella lights on either side of me, and I also have all of the lights on in this room to make this video very well lit. So you want to pay attention to lighting as well. And when you're filming your cover video, always do a test shot. So before you just go in and sing, press record and see what it looks like first. See what the first few seconds looks like before you go in and invest all this time into singing the whole song through. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that you don't need to worry about the audio that is going to be recording through the camera. Because you've already done the recording of the song, you already have a finished, polished track earlier in step 3, you will be taking that track and putting it on top of the video footage. So basically, you'll be muting all of the audio that comes through what you're filming on your camera and using the actual song itself, the one that you've recorded. So when we're filming a cover music video, we'll actually have the song playing in the background because the audio doesn't matter. And while I'm being filmed, I'll be actually singing the song out loud because it kind of helps. You know, I've tried just lip syncing it, but it doesn't really look natural. So I highly recommend singing it out loud if you can, along to the music, because once again, it doesn't matter what audio is being recorded through the camera. You already have the polished track that you'll be using. When it came to the Say Something cover music video that I did, the filming process was fairly simple. For this video, like I said, I was just walking in front of a scenery. Jewel had the GoPro Fusion 360 camera, and she was walking backwards while holding it, and I was just walking forward, singing to the camera. So the filming for this was very, very simple, and all of the extra stuff that you see here with the drawings was done post-production. Now, for something like the Havana video, this was totally different, right? I needed to film, so each one of me here, this was filmed separately. I was basically standing in front of a green screen. We had the green screen set up, and then in one of the takes, let's just say this one right here, I'm singing the melody. So we filmed me singing the melody. This is with the iPhone. And then in a different take, I went to go change. I changed outfits, like in this shirt right here in the corner you see here. So that was another take. I changed outfits, came back in front of the green screen, and sang that part. So I had to figure out, there was a lot of prep involved, right? In which outfits were going to sing which parts of the song. And we kind of had to have that down beforehand so that we knew exactly when it came to time to film what each of us was going to do. Each of me, all of the Areets in this video. So there's like a little rap part in the Havana cover. So I knew that I wanted to dress more urban for that one. So I planned my outfit for that and then just sang me singing the rap part in front of the green screen. And then after that was done, again, I went to go change outfits and sang a different part. So this one took a lot of time. And then the way everything is laid out here is in the post-production again. So meaning it happens in the editing. I'll show you another example. So the Confident music video here, this was also a tricky one. So I'm in one location, one place, and I had to film this 3 different times. So this was one filming, this was one filming, and this was one filming right here. And we had to map out on the floor where I could stand, because basically Jewel took these 3 different filmings and put them all together in the post-production. So for example, this one on the right, I couldn't cross a certain line on the floor so that I wouldn't go into the screen for this one. So we had to measure. I had like masking tape on the floor and just stood in that one area on the side of the room, singing the harmonies and certain parts that I knew that I wanted these guys to sing. And then this one in the middle, I knew I would just be singing the melody the whole way through. So again, I had to arrange that ahead of time. I had to think of, you know, if you have a cover song and there's other parts to it, there's the melody and there's some harmonies, well, maybe there's something you can do there and film yourself multiple times, singing the harmonies, singing the melodies, and putting it all together in the post-production. This one here was filmed entirely with the DSLR camera. And we also had lights, the umbrella lights, and as much lighting as we could find actually. We tried to find more lamps and stuff to put it around for this room because this was a particularly darker room, so we wanted to make sure that it was well lit. Step number 6, edit your video. So this can kind of be a daunting task because especially if you don't have any previous experience with editing videos, it's something that you will need to learn if this is something that you're going to be doing yourself, but it doesn't have to be very complicated. Like I said, if you have filmed a simple video from start to finish, you just need to kind of do some cuts here and there, simple cuts, maybe put an intro or an outro or not even at all, then all you need is just a simple editing software, video editing software. YouTube has a video editing software. When you upload your video to the channel, you can actually do some simple editing right in the dashboard of your YouTube channel. Our laptops nowadays also come with simple video editing software like iMovie, our phones as well. You can download apps to edit your videos. What we use is a video editing software called Camtasia 9. It's part of a Camtasia Studio video editing software by TechSmith. And again, I'll put that link down in the description below. Basically, it's not a crazy complicated video editing software, but it's something that allows us to do a little bit more than simple edits. So again, using the example of Say Something, where you saw those scribble effects, or for Havana, all of those videos were edited in the Camtasia Studio editing software. And once you do choose a specific software, there are tons of resources on how to use it, and just take it one step at a time. For Camtasia, we have an entire playlist on a different channel from this channel, an entire playlist on exactly how to use the software, how to edit a video from start to finish, and even how to do some cool effects in the software. So I'll put that link down in the description below. You can check it out. Basically, what you're going to be doing is importing the footage that you've filmed from whatever camera you used and importing it into the software. So if you filmed with your iPhone, maybe it's best to download a video editing app on your mobile phone so that it's easy for you to just quickly edit it on your phone. If you've used a DSLR camera or a different camera, you'll need to take the SD card out of that camera, import the footage into your laptop, and then use whatever video editing program you have on your laptop to edit the video. When it comes to editing your cover video, there's just so many different ways that you can do it, depending on what software you have, depending on your skill level. You know, we had to learn how to edit our videos ourselves. And well, Jewel, she's the video editing whiz. She is an expert at Camtasia. Like, that's the software that she learned on, and she's still learning every single day, getting better, learning how to do different effects. Camtasia Studio is the software that you see on the screen right now. This is what it looks like. And basically, she uses this for all of the cover music videos that you've seen on my channel, for most of them. If it's a GoPro video, then there's a specific editing software for GoPro that she also uses sometimes. So with Camtasia, you know, that is something that we know how to do very well. And everything that we learn how to do, from the simplest thing to how to import a video or add text or cut a clip or anything like that, all the way to these crazy effects like the sketches, the drawings that you saw on Say Something, or combining different clips together like you saw in the other cover videos. So everything that we learn is all in a playlist on a different channel that we have. And every Wednesday, I'll show you the channel or the playlist here. So this is a playlist with all of the video editing stuff. Every Wednesday, Jewel does a video on how to use Camtasia in any aspect. So here she talks about the flash effect, flicker effect. Here she talks about how to import and edit footage from your smartphone, which could be handy if you're filming a video with your phone and want to learn how to import and edit it on Camtasia that way. Color animation, scrolling text effect, There's just so much in here. You know, even talking about audio too, how to edit audio in Camtasia. There's a ton of stuff in this playlist here. And I'm going to put a link down to that playlist in the description below so that if you do choose to go with Camtasia, this will be a huge valuable resource for you. You can just watch a video a day and really learn how to use what you've learned and put it into editing your cover videos. Now, this whole process can take anywhere from a few hours to a few days. And it's really important to just remember to use what you have. So don't let, whether it's time or money or resources, don't let any of that stop you. Just use what you have right now, get into it, get started, and you know, as you get better, invest in pieces of equipment that will make your cover music videos a lot better. The important thing is to just remember you can get super creative with this and have fun with it. All right, guys, well, that is it for this video. Remember, all of the equipment and things that I've talked about and a summary of the steps as well is in the description, so you can copy that to your notes and use it for next time. Save this video to your playlist so you can come back to it on a continuous basis whenever you film a cover music video. If you found this helpful, please let me know by giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. We got more good stuff coming your way. We have another video that's going to come out about how to promote your cover music video, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Remember, all of the equipment and a summary of all of the steps that I've talked about is going to be in the description, so you can copy that to your notes and come back to it whenever you need. Save this video to a playlist of yours so you can always come back and view this whenever you're ready to film another cover music video. And if there's anything that you wanted me to elaborate more on and you want more details, or if you have any questions, be sure to leave that down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.